What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So, credit scores can be very difficult to understand, to work around. And I wanted to go through a couple of things and really break down certain areas and how you can improve those areas when it comes to your credit score. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to break down credit card utilization. And this is a huge impact to your credit score. So, we'll get into that in just a second. Before I start, make sure you hit the like button on this video. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And I do a giveaway every single week. So if you want to know about that giveaway, make sure you stick around to the end of the video and you'll hear all about it. Now, credit card utilization, a lot of people talk about this and they always say where you need to get your credit card utilization at. Now, let's talk about that first before we get into the breakdown of how to improve it. So, credit card utilization has three areas. From what I understand, and there's a lot of information going out there, if you don't agree with me, you don't have to agree with me, but it doesn't make sense any other way. So credit card utilization has three areas, basically. In the green, you have people that are below 30%, people that are below 20%, and people that are below 10%. If you're in these areas, obviously you're going to see different impacts to your score. I have come under the impression before, like in the past, that you had to be below 30% and that was it. Then getting a little bit more information, knowing that your credit score can improve. So when you're below 30%, you're pretty much right at that green to yellow line. You're right at the green line, borderline yellow, really. So you're going to be like more at a B or a B plus, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. And then when you get to below 20%, then you're at more like an A or A minus. But if you wanted to be at an A plus rating, you're going to be below 10%. A lot of people say you have to be below 5% or be at 1%, and that just doesn't make sense because if you have a $1,000 credit limit, you're only going to be using $10. Like that's not what it's for. It's not what it's for to use $10 on your credit card. It makes no sense whatsoever. So that's only for people like with higher limits. I guess you want to be below 10%. Let's just stick to that. So you have 30, you have 20, you have 10. Leave it there. Now, how do you get your credit card utilization to that level? First, there are really some simple ways that you can think about this, and there are a little bit more complex ways, but most of them are really simple for you to understand. If you have a high credit card utilization, there's ways around that you can get a lower credit card utilization. So the first way is you can spend less money on your credit cards. Very simple, and it's something that most people don't do. They'll spend the same amount or more the next month that they did the month prior. That's what you don't want to have happen. You want to spend your money wisely, and if you spend less money, you're going to have less credit card utilization, and it's going to be below that 30% mark or 20% mark, wherever you want to get to. If you're at 40%, then you really want to try and spend a little bit less, and maybe you're doing it on your bills and you're paying it off, but that's a way of doing it, is spending a little bit less. Now, if you can't spend a little bit less, one thing that you could do is ask for a credit line increase. This is a huge piece as well. Some people just don't get the credit line increases. Some credit card companies do it automatically. Like my wife, she had hers automatically, her first credit line increase, and the second one she asked for because obviously she got a high credit line increase the first time. So this is something that you can do in order to make up that area, because basically what you're doing, if you don't understand credit card utilization, you're taking your spend over here. So this is the divide symbol. Let's go with that. You have your spend, and then you have what your limit is over here. So you're basically saying what your spend is divided by what your actual credit line or limit is, and that has to equal 30%. Now, if you raise that denominator, then you're going to be able to get a higher percentage because you're raising the denominator, but the numerator is staying the same. So asking for a credit line increase is definitely a way of doing this, but it's asking for a credit line increase. It's not really a fact that you're going to get one, depending on your income, depending on your spend, depending on all of these different things. That's when you'll get a credit line increase. But there are other options as well. You could also open up a new card. If you open up a new card, yes, another area will go down to where you have a credit inquiry. but you're obtaining new credit. As long as the credit, let's say, is like $1,000, $5,000, you're going to be able to add that to your credit line, basically add that to your denominator, and then your numerator is going to remain the same. So you're going to essentially raise that threshold, and then your credit card utilization is going to go down. So that's another way of doing it, is opening up new credit cards. I have how many credit cards do I have now? What is it? Is it still 21? I don't know. I think I applied for another card, so it might be 22 in the next coming days. But I have 21 cards with $167,000 in credit lines. So no matter how much I spend, obviously, if my spend was like $20,000, and that would be ridiculous. But it's not, that high. So I'm basically spending under that 10% mark every single month, which is a really good thing. But then again, you don't really want to go from 0 to 150,000 or 160,000 or 170,000 or 200. You don't want to go to that level that quick, but you do want to get to a point where you have a comfortable credit card utilization. So open up some cards. And the last thing that I have on here is you could pay off large balances. Large balances can be a killer to your credit card utilization, right? Because it's a large balance. But if you pay that off, then you're going to bring that numerator down. And that's what you're focusing on. You could either bring the numerator down, or you could either bring the denominator up. Those are the things that you could do, basically to weigh the scale in the right way. But pay off your large balances. And that can be difficult for some people. Maybe they struggle paying off their large balances. Maybe you could take your large balance, transfer it to a zero APR card if you have a problem paying interest, and then go from there where you're paying more off on your balance. And then you don't have to worry about paying that large amount in interest every month, which is a good thing to not have to pay that. But those are the areas. Those are areas that you can raise your credit card utilization and really get your credit score up to where it's supposed to be. I'm looking to do this for each area of your credit score. I know it'll be more difficult in more concentrated areas, more simple areas to break down. But this is one area of 6 that you need to look at, and I'll make sure I do videos on different areas as weeks go on. But that was credit card utilization. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the like button on this video. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And remember that I do a giveaway every single week, and all you have to do in order to enter that giveaway is comment on this video, like this video, and also be subscribed to both of my YouTube channels. To this one, the Matthew Perry channel, and the Perry Experience channel. If you're subscribed to both of those, you get 1 ticket in the hat. But if you want multiple tickets, then just comment on multiple videos. 7 is the max. But that's my video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to have to get out of here. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.